The last voice note. The rain had been falling since early morning. It was not the dramatic kind of rain that appeared in films. It was soft, steady, and endless. Tiny drops slid down the windows of the train, turning the world outside into a moving watercolor painting. Milo sat alone near the back of the carriage. A half-finished cup of coffee rested beside him, and his headphones lay forgotten on the small table in front of him. Normally, he enjoyed traveling. He enjoyed watching strangers. He enjoyed imagining their lives. He enjoyed the strange feeling of being nowhere and everywhere at the same time. But today was different. Today, he was traveling towards a place he had not seen for almost 12 years. A place he had promised himself he would never return to. The train moved through wide green fields covered in mist. Small villages appeared for a moment and then disappeared again behind curtains of rain. Sheep stood motionless on distant hills, completely indifferent to the weather. Everything outside seemed peaceful. Everything inside him felt unsettled. Milo looked at his phone for the 10th time that morning. The message was still there. A single voice note. 32 seconds long. Sent 3 days ago. He had listened to it more times than he could count. His thumb hovered over the screen before pressing play once again. The familiar voice filled his ears. I know we haven't spoken in years. If you're hearing this, it means I finally found the courage to contact you. There is something important you need to see. Something I should have told you a long time ago. The message ended. No explanation. No details. Nothing. Just an address. And a feeling that refused to leave him alone. Milo sighed and leaned back in his seat. The voice belonged to Rowan Hart, his former best friend. The person who had disappeared from his life without warning. 12 years earlier, they had shared everything. Late-night conversations. Ridiculous plans for the future. Long walks through quiet streets after school. They had believed friendship could survive anything. They had been wrong. A single misunderstanding had slowly grown into silence. Silence had become distance. Distance had become years. And years had become a wall neither of them had tried to cross. Until now. The train finally arrived just after midday. The station was small and almost empty. Rainwater glistened on the pavement like liquid silver. Milo stepped outside and pulled his jacket tighter around himself. The air smelled of wet earth and fresh grass. For a moment, he simply stood there, listening, watching, remembering. Memories arrived unexpectedly. A bicycle leaning against a fence. Laughter echoing through summer evenings. The golden light of sunsets that seemed to last forever. It was strange how a place could preserve parts of a person that they thought had disappeared. The address led him towards the edge of town. The streets gradually became quieter. Modern shops gave way to older buildings. The traffic faded. The noise of everyday life disappeared.
At the end of a narrow road stood a house surrounded by tall trees. It was larger than he expected, not impressive. Yet there was something captivating about it. The garden had been carefully maintained. Lavender moved gently in the wind. Small white flowers lined a stone path leading towards the front door. A large oak tree stretched its branches across the garden, creating patterns of light and shadow on the ground below. Milo felt an unexpected sense of curiosity. Why had Rowan asked him to come here? Why now?
And why after so many years?
An elderly woman stood inside. Her silver hair was neatly arranged, and her eyes carried the calm confidence of someone who had witnessed many difficult chapters of life. "You must be Milo," she said kindly. He nodded. "I've been expecting you." Those 5 simple words sent a chill through him, because suddenly he realized something. The journey he had started that morning was not about reconnecting with an old friend.
It was about discovering a secret that had been waiting for 12 years.
And some secrets, once uncovered, change everything.